Hello, welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. It's been a while since I recorded the previous episode, because I realized I had such a huge backlog of episodes that it was time to take a little break. In the meantime, patches have been released. Last episode we were on 1.2.0. Since then we've got 1.2.1, 1.2.2, 1.2.3, 2.4, 2.5 repaired, number 3. That's a lot of patching. Hopefully the campaign still works. Not gonna go through all of those patch notes. It was a bit much. But from what I've been able to gather, some of the funnel capacity things have been adjusted and adjusted again. So it might be possible to build a good ship on that experimental light cruiser hull. That's the one I made the really overpriced light cruiser on. That I only built one for myself. And just kept selling them to others. Okay. Stop lagging. Thank you. Stop lagging. Okay. Naval invasion. What am I invading? I forgot. Oh yeah, we're invading Sure. Okay. Oh yeah, I decided to abandon the invasion because I just did not have the tonnage. It requires 750,000 tons of ships, and I just do not have those numbers. At least not anywhere near the Mediterranean, so yeah. Just gonna give up on that idea. Anyway, what's been happening since last I recorded? I've already forgotten. I am at war with Italy and Austria-Hungary. France does not like me. Germany will probably go to war next turn. And they've got quite a sizable navy already. It's not been that long since I last fought them. Of course, the major prize that I'm going for long term would be a war with the United States. Both for historical reasons and because I really, really want to have a crack at this navy. 36 battleships, 25 battlecruisers. It's a huge navy, and it's not just light cruiser and DD spam like we see with the French. Over 79 submarines as the Austro-Hungarians have. So yeah, that can be, it looks like it could be a fun navy to fight, actually. I've decided to just not care about my self-imposed limitation on not using research priorities, because I do want to start using them, at least some of them. I can use 2 big guns and rangefinders. I can drop this once I get the radar ship design. Let's see if I can now build a Sendai. That's the one I just could not make work properly because it needed 2 funnels. Yeah, see, now engine efficiency is up to 176%. When I built it, or designed it, it needed 2 funnels just to reach I think it was not even 100, I think it was like 90%. And these two funnels are huge. So let's build something based on this hull that is not like just a couple of floating funnels. Let's make it actually fast. Oh, oh. This would actually be pretty fun. Just as an export ship, because this is just insanely expensive. So if I can sell one of these with like a 40% profit, that's... I don't want to do the math, but it's probably at least 200 million in profits just for selling one ship. There we go, 39 knots. The difference between 39 and 40 is quite drastic. Can I go with 2 medium funnels? 98%. What if I go with one big funnel? And one large funnel? There we go. It's 100%. And see how much freeboard, well, how much like space that freed up. Okay, this is still. Now, if we then push these back. Come on now. Forward offset is now quite bad, but we can do some things. Still forward offset. Still a big weight offset. Let's go with another. Let's put this back here. Okay, that actually won't fit there. Let's drop this idea. I don't think it's a good idea. Let's do something else. I could start refitting those battleships that I've designed and built, but I'm still waiting on better 16-inch guns. I've got the Mark II. I think I want to wait for Mark IIIs to make them at least usable. Actually, no. Let's do a quick refit of those right now. Because as you will remember, that battleship class, the Asuka, they were designed with the idea of refitting them in mind, like right out of the gate. Okay. So the game is already saying these are not fitting. 3-inch. Okay, now everything fits. Let's put these back on, if I can. I think the game has just decided that these are now just a little bit too big. Engine efficiency is wild. It's funnel complex too. If I drop these and go with a single mega funnel, wait, these are singles. Why am I wasting time with singles? Ah, what? That's not what I wanted to copy. Okay. I guess only 2-inch guns fit there. Okay. It's a little bit wonky, perhaps. But I like the idea of the rear turrets being able to turn 360 degrees. They can't fire 360, but they can at least turn, which is nice. Coincidence 5. Sonar 2. RDF, that's fine. Semi-auto reloading. What's the reload time? 155 seconds. $150 seconds. So that's still not very fast. Geared turbines 2. Okay, that saved off a lot of weight. Oil 1. Anti-torp 4. Okay, that's heavy. It's big time heavy. Citadel 4 is also heavy. TNT 3. High capacity is fine, cap ballistic is fine. Uh, 1 Natural boilers? Induced giving me more range. Where can I shave off some weight? That is adding weight, I'm aware of that. What kind of citadel armor did the original Asuka have? It had a different kind of citadel, so it's not directly comparable. Got a bit of a 4-weight offset. That balances the ship and it saves a little bit of weight. I would have liked to get anti-torp 4, but I just don't have the displacement for it. Reinforced bulkheads 2 is just too good to give up. What else can I do? The standard crew quarters. Complement. Okay, 2264. 2664. Actually, going down to standard might not be a good idea because the number of ships you can have in a task force now is limited by the total number of crew. It's 45. It's 48. Actually not have my my gun barrels that long. It's 47, it's 44. AP range 15.2, 15.8. I can reduce the casemate calibers a bit more. 46. Close enough. Yeah, no, actually my casemates don't need that much range, I guess. 5%, that's enough. 45s. That's still longer than stock, and this increases the rate of fire as well. There's gonna be quite a lot of fire coming out from this boat. Now, need to save another 140 tons. This has this kind of like hardpoint barbette. I can't really move it further forwards. To shorten up the citadel. Just gonna gradually chip down the weight. Need another 88 tons shaved off. There we go. From 6 to 5.8, that's not really a big difference. And I can probably bump it back up to 6 once I get some technology that reduces like overall hull weight. Because you do get those from time to time. I see loading times have not been improved with the latest patches, and this is something a lot of people are complaining about on the forums. And the devs have said that it's something they plan to work on in the future. Trademark, getting the game to actually support hyperthreading, or whatever it's called. Basically making it actually able to utilize like multi-core GPUs and CPUs and such, because right now it's only running on a single core, which for 2023 is quite outrageous. Finances. Yeah, that's like 120 tons of free capacity. Oh yeah, I'm building light cruisers. So let's refit 2 of these. Okay, I'm already over capacity, but not by much. And a 1 month refit now takes 2 months. And then refit all 4. That's way over capacity. Well, it's not even way over capacity. It's 150 tons out of 150,000 tons out of 500,000. So it's not like relatively. Yeah, it's still 2 months. So I'm just gonna do that. Refit them all at once, even if I'm over capacity, because it's not really that bad relative to the total capacity I have. So it's not like when I was playing Austria-Hungary and had a total capacity of just over 100,000 tons, and I was constantly stuck at 300,000 tons, because whenever my ships took any kind of damage, they were sent home for repair automatically, and that ruined everything. submarine attack. That's probably Austria-Hungary. German Reich sent us a telegraph, which clearly threatens us for war in our common borders. Yeah, I'm gonna take an unrest hit anyway. So let's go to war with Germany. Austria-Hungary is giving up. They only have 2 surface ships left, so might as well. Okay. So how does that look now? Germany now allied with Italy and Austria-Hungary. Yeah, that's also something new. Supposedly alliances are gonna make more sense now. Now, what will happen when France probably declares war on me next turn? Because we are both allied with British Empire. It's gonna be interesting. And France is allied with the United States. It's gonna be interesting. I'm curious to see what how the game is gonna handle that. Okay, it's submarine on submarine action. My submarines are supposedly better. We have a task force. This is the force I sent in here to deal with the enemy submarines. Let's see how they handle an enemy battleship. Probably not a very good battleship. And these are very good heavy cruisers. We got the Mogamis and the Satsumas. And 4 of the Minikazes. Let's go. I think this is like, yeah, this is baptism of fire for all those ship classes. I've never used any of them before. So all the crews are, I was gonna say untrained, but they are trained. But that's it. Not veterans, not seasoned. Let's get my shit organized. Why is it so hard to just start and line astern? Like I want you to. Okay, my DDs have taken damage from before. I think that's from mines or submarines. Stern, please. Or ahead, as it's called in the game, but Okay, they are organized now. What kind of torpedo range did I give these? 12-kilometer torps. 8.5-kilometer torps. Something to keep in mind. I do have torpedoes on my light cruisers now. I have decent range. Okay, we have decent spotting on our DDs, even. Let's turn in this way. Let's stick you at 33 knots. Let's get the soup in the water. All right. I think I scored some hits. There was a lot to keep track on simultaneously. But I've done 12,000 damage. 4 torpedo hits in total. Seems most of my damage was with guns. My DDs are almost reloaded again. Yeah, it's a bit choppy. But we have torps in the water. Can turn the torps off now. And of course the Mogami is doing the thing where it leaves formation. Which is super annoying. Hit the Satsuma, yes. That's okay. My DDs did a good job. That was actually a heavy cruiser. Did they just gun it down? Oh. Whatever that was a CA. Yeah, no, I don't think the enemy had any battle cruisers. Oh, what? Okay. I was gonna go in with a torpedo strike on that battleship. Okay, let's select some torpedo targets here for maximum carnage. Fuji, you can detach. And go home. So the rest of the formation can speed up. Not really great luck with my my torpedoes this battle. But these heavy cruisers just delete ships. And that's with a regular trained crew. Let me just take a look at the Italian heavy cruisers. I don't think they are very impressive. 9-inch main belt is actually pretty good. Aft belt, fore belt, citadel belt leaves a little bit to be desired. Almost 7-inch main deck, that's a bit overkill. 8-inch guns, 7.1-inch guns. I would just have made these 8-inch guns as well, but okay. Crop 4, really slow. I would say inferior to my previous heavy cruiser class by quite a lot, which makes them just laughably outmatched by the Satsuma class. Which are more than 50% faster. And have a lot more firepower. Let's take a look at some more of these Italian ships. Okay, these are not even identified yet. So, never mind. Okay, let's slow these cruisers down to cruising speed. Okay. Okay, they do have torpedo reloads. Yeah, they do have torpedo reloads. I was kind of hoping they just blew all their torpedoes with that first skirmish with my DDs. Because I found that often the AI does not like to give their DDs torpedo reloads. But this time they did. So my kind of usual tactic of just baiting their torpedoes with my DDs. Didn't really pan out. Well, I say that after having done more than 10 times the damage that they've done to me, so I mean, it's not as if it's a failure or anything. Okay, which ships are heavily damaged here? Mugami, you've taken flooding damage. Yatsugatake. You can go home. Mugami. You can also go home. .38 knot top speed on my light cruisers. I had forgotten I made them that fast. Kind of annoying because the RDF here is pointing over there. The RDF, okay. Now, got a solid ping from here. That's what I was looking for. I'd forgotten about my DDs. That's okay. So they have a ping there. Getting radar would make things so much easier. I think they're running. Yeah, and the game speed has gone up to times 30 as the maximum, which means they're getting farther away. That's a lot of DDs that I did not get to sink. That's kind of sad. 36 knots. Yeah, they're kind of fast. So they were getting away from my heavy cruisers. And my lights and DDs just were not following the right pings. That's one of the things that radar is good for. Not just giving you the direction, but also, you know, the range. So you can actually pick the one, the ping that is the closest. But I think that's it for this episode. Once I get back into the main map. Sunk a battleship, 4 heavy cruisers. Just 1 DD though. It's not a bad start to the war with Italy, all things considered. Can I start an invasion of Italy? I think that's what my plan was. Oh. Impossible. Yeah, 1 month left of this refit. 17-inch guns, not gonna bother. Anything more than 16 is just a waste. Stereoscopic rangefinder 5. Crop 5. Maybe worth it. It's gonna take a year. Bigger DDs may be worth it. Maybe worth it. Electric torpedo propulsion. Oh yeah, that's a funky one. That's less range, less speed, more dud chance, but they are more accurate and a lot more stealthy. Yeah, 21 inch is the biggest I have for torpedoes. So, okay. Full oil 2. It's plus 25 funnel capacity. Plus 20 fuel efficiency. And with oil, full oil 1 is what I have. Yeah, it's a decent upgrade. Excuse me for going through all of this, but as I said, it's been a while since I recorded the previous episode, so Modern Battleship 1 and 2. So I'm just kind of out of the loop as to what I'm researching and what I have available and stuff. But anyway, that's it for this episode. Goodbye and take care.